Alright, so it's clear that we are really entering the era in which Sega decides to listen to what I have to say. AKA that means they're listening to sense and reason, because it seems they are making bank on the promise that they made last year. Like how Shadow promised Maria, Sega made a promise. And it shows that they're about to keep that shit to the people, for the people, by the people. I sound like I'm making a speech right now. They're gonna make this promise, well, they made a promise and they're keeping it, and it seems we're gonna be getting more games as a result, which is what we care about. So we're gonna get to all this right now. But if you subscribe to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe, okay? Now, I know there's been some other news that's been moving around in regards to, like, Paramount and Sonic shit like that, and I'll have a video for that, don't worry, okay? But the games come first, so that's what we're gonna be covering right now, okay? There's an article here from comicbook.com. They got a gaming segment here, and of course, it's a rumor, but it's looking interesting, so we're gonna take a look at it right here. It says, new Sonic the Hedgehog game rumored to take after Fall Guys. And if you don't know what Fall Guys is, I was gonna say touch grass, but this is a video game, so like, touch something that isn't Sonic. Don't touch Sonic, but you know what I mean? It says, over the years, the Sonic the Hedgehog series has had all kinds of spin-offs. Whether the Sonic team is joining Mario and his crew at the Olympics, getting into pinball, or hitting the track for some good old-fashioned racing, the publishers at SEGA aren't afraid to let, and of course when you see the phrase the blue blur, you know they're filthy casuals, stretch his legs. A recent rumor claims that the series is taking things in a completely new direction by aping the gameplay of Fall Guys. While there's no official word and details are very light, this rumored Sonic the Hedgehog game could be a ton of fun. And we see a tweet here, it says, this year, a new Sonic spin-off title will be released for mobile. The gameplay elements will be similar to Fall Guys. Very simple tweet. This came out on the 17th of January, but it's gaining traction right now. And it says here, this rumor comes from Colors Ori on Twitter. While not known for leaking... I'm sorry. Well, it comes from Midori on Twitter. While not known for leaking Sonic games, they've been a solid source for Persona leaks in the past, so they got some credibility. I know how Sonic Twitter works. If a leaker is not 100% accurate in everything they say, then they have no credibility. That's what they did to Zippo. But it's clear that leakers have track records for a reason. There's no such thing as a perfect track record for a leaker unless they're just so in that they just know everything, right? They get their information and they say what they say and things can change, right? But he said they said he'd been a solid source of Persona leaks in the past, and that's still Sega. So it's within the Sega realm. It says that doesn't mean you shouldn't take this rumor with a hefty grain of salt, but it does speak to them having insight into Sega and how it operates. The rumor claims there'll be a new Sonic spin-off for mobile devices later this year. It's possible that it could eventually come to consoles at a later date, but it looks like iOS and Android will be the focus for launch. The rumor also claims they'll feature gameplay that is similar to Fall Guys. Without anything else to go on, it's hard to predict exactly what the team is taking from Fall Guys, but that most likely means it'll be heavily minigame focused. This wouldn't be the first time Sonic tried to put out a minigame collection. When Mario Party was near its height, Sega tried its hand at Sonic Shuffle on the Dreamcast. Unfortunately, it wasn't very successful and the team hasn't ever revisited it. Of course, the Mario and Sonic series features a bevy of Olympic Games themed minigames that's a bit different from your standard minigame based party game. Hopefully this attempt is more successful than Sega's previous attempts. Now it's pretty obvious what they're going to be aping from Fall Guys. The core gameplay, right? The core gameplay, right? This is really interesting because I think I said this before. When Fall Guys was popping off for like the 2 weeks that was really huge and everyone was covering it, I was like, there's no reason why there couldn't be a Sonic version of this. It's platforming, it's, you know, battle royale style in terms of like, you know, certain people progress and certain people get left behind. It's online, which Sonic needs. I've just been saying they should be doing these kind of things. I've been saying for years they should be doing these kind of things. And for them to finally be listening to me, this is exactly what I've been looking for, right? And remember, they said before, this is from December 2023. This is an official Sega document on Sega Sammy's website. I wonder if the link is still working. Okay, they removed it now, but it was on their website. This is segasammy.co.jp. Usually the links leak and then they take them down. But yeah, this was read straight from the PDF on the website, press document. It says clearly, several new Sonic titles for mobile are under development. They specified this. They bought the team that made Angry Birds, Rovio, and now they're going to use them and other people within their disposal to pump out Sonic games on the phone. We already got Dream Team exclusive to Apple Arcade, which I need to make sure I cancel that shit. They already billed me for a month. But this is going to be interesting. We Google right now, what kind of modes are in Fall Guys? I haven't played it in ages, right? So I don't even know what the new shit is. I know the main mode, which is like the getting to the end and shit. The standard player. I'm trying to find the game modes, right? The game modes, but you know what I mean, right? there's like the mini games. Because they got different styles of game. Hoopsie Daisy, Rock and Roll, Hoarders, Block Party, X Scramble. So I'm guessing they're going to ape as many modes as they can. Me personally, my favorite mode was just like get to the end first. It's like a form of race, basically. You just get to the end. But with Fall Guys, they got all the nice obstacles there and things like that to make it interesting. But yeah, I mean, okay, here we go. List of all minigames. This is from 2020, so it's probably outdated. But yeah, Race, that was my favorite one, obviously. First one to the end, and then people get knocked off bit by bit. And then these are like the obstacles, I think, or the stage names. Yeah, Cinetador Dash. Yeah, these are the things you can do. And then you got survival mode. The stakes are high, but you have to, yeah, so you have to time your jumps, find a sweet spot. So then you got the team-based mode, of course. They can call that the Heroes mode in this version of the game, the Sonic version. And then you got the final mode. Yeah, so there's so much content for them to ape here, right? And as you know, Aubrey Graham famously said in 2013, it ain't about who did it first, it's about who did it right. Niggas looking like preach, okay? So, as long as they do it well, no one gives a fuck that they ripped off Fall Guys, right? No one cares who you ripped off, as long as you do it well, right? Okay? Like, Frontiers, copying Breath of the Wild, no one really gave a fuck as long as they like the game, right? And, I mean, I guess people love the game, but that's up to their opinions or whatever. But I'm just happy that we are finally getting more shit. And I just hope that if it's good enough, they eventually port it to consoles and PC with updated graphics, and maybe even allow cross-platform play. So you could play it with phone players, play it with console players, play it on PC, just that if we got PC, we get superior graphics, and the phone can have the gimped graphics. It's possible, right? They start off with the phone, you know, see how it goes. You know, if it gets really successful and it doesn't bomb, then put it on everything, right? I think that could be really fun, because obviously it being a phone game means it's going to have those graphical limitations that phone games are notorious for. Although in the coming years, phone game graphics are definitely going to improve a lot, because now Apple is pushing this whole, we can put real games on the phone now, like AAA Resident Evil and shit like that. And as these phones keep getting more powerful, you know, I got my S22 Ultra coming, I was going to say in 2 days, but it's now midnight where I live, coming tomorrow. Now we're getting these more powerful phones, they're going to have to come on, step it up, and start putting out more powerful games, okay? But this, I'm looking forward to this. If the online is solid, which it has to have online because otherwise this whole thing is fucking pointless. The online is solid and they get enough users, which the phone games that they make tend to be more popular, which means more likelihood that there's going to be users, unlike Super Mid, which you were playing with bots on day one. If the online is solid, you can keep coming back to this for ages. And it's that kind of casual game that they need, right? It's the kind of casual game that they need because it's the casual games that sell, right? The Wii Sports, those are the shit that sell. The highest selling Mario game of all time, and about to be the highest selling Nintendo game if they beat Wii Sports, is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the 6th highest selling video game of all time. People know Mario Kart more than they know 3D Mario, 2D Mario, even Smash, like, you know. So if you get a big game like that, a Sonic Fall Guys, right? And it's on phone, so it might even be free to play, you're gonna get a big audience, because it's free to play and it's Fall Guys with Sonic characters, right? And if they get the character mechanics right, like Sonic's got his spin dash and the Tails can fly, and they've all got their own unique abilities and shit that aid them in certain modes and maybe hinder them in other modes. Like maybe Knuckles being able to climb helps him in certain levels, and in other levels he's a bit slow or something like that. I don't know. Like maybe his glide helps him in certain levels. Maybe Sonic's ability to boost. Well, I mean, he'll probably cheese the races, but the point is, like, it's going to be very interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to seeing this, right? It's not exactly a port of Rivals 1 and 2, which I would love to see as well, but I am here for this, and let me know what you guys think of this, right? Because this is what I want to see. More content, more games, more shit, okay? I'm just so ready for this shit, okay? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. What other mobile games you want to see for Sonic, given that they said several are in development? Like, they weren't playing around. This is just one. There's gonna be more. I'm guessing there's gonna be Shadow in this. Maybe even a Shadow themed game. Given that the movie's coming out. We've got the Sonic and Shadow game that's been heavily rumored by Zippo. That's coming out at the end of this year. So it's gonna be an interesting year for the Blue Blood. Okay, but let me know what you guys think. I just said that like a million times. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But yeah, man, that's all I have to say right now. So, Remy out.